I'm Dr. Jay Hitson with Blue Umbrella Medical Center, Innovative Integrated Health Solutions. Neuropathy is a very painful condition that usually attacks the feet, sometimes the hands. It is a neurological condition where the nerves are actually getting damaged, specifically the myelin sheath. The symptoms are pain, numbness, burning. A lot of people who have neuropathy talk about how their feet feel like they're on fire or they're stepping on pins and needles. There are a lot of people who describe that it feels sometimes like there's this sock that's bunched up in my shoe, but there's nothing there. So many people talk about how they have symptoms late at night, real difficulty with sleeping. The symptoms can be super mild, that, little bit of pain, numbness, tingling here and there, to extremely severe. The most common treatment is gabapentin. Gabapentin is basically a pain reliever. Most people who have neuropathy, first of all, they know they have neuropathy. It's very common. The neuropathy is typically, the most common cause of neuropathy is type 2 diabetes. Also, we do see neuropathy with chemotherapy. It's a side effect of chemotherapy, unfortunate one. And also individuals who have nerve impingement, especially in their low back. So a lot of times they'll have low back pain, also with their neuropathy symptoms. Now, the big thing with neuropathy is that the people who have neuropathy have been told there's nothing that you can do, there's no treatment for neuropathy. And that used to be true, but it's not true anymore. There is a fantastic technology, it's called electric cell stimulation, that is doing a phenomenal job with neuropathy symptoms, and actually reversing neuropathy, not simply covering up the symptoms. Now, I've been in this process for a really long time. So years ago, whenever we were first researching neuropathy, we knew that what was being damaged was the myelin sheath. So, nerves are like an electrical cord, and along the edges of that electrical cord, you have that rubber coating. Well, if your nerve was that electrical cord, your rubber coating is getting damaged, getting eaten away. And you know what it looks like when you try to plug a lamp into a wall that has had its, has all of that rubber, it's all frayed and everything. The lamp doesn't work quite right. It flickers, it does all kinds of crazy things. Sometimes it just don't work at all. Well, that's kind of what's happening with neuropathy. And you're getting all kinds of weird symptoms that you shouldn't be having. Feet feel cold when they should feel fine. They feel like they're burning when it's cold. They just aren't working. You're not getting the right signals being sent. So what we have to do is we have to replace the rubber coating, the myelin sheath on the nerves. Now that myelin sheath is made up of a lot of branched chain amino acids, B complex vitamins, and those sorts of things. So years ago, we tried to basically get people to swallow those B complex vitamins, those branched chain amino acids. And I'm not saying it didn't do anything, it just was underwhelming in the results. Frankly, it's hard to get that much in the gut receptors. There's only so many, and plus other things kind of was stealing the vitamins before they would ever make their way all the way down to the feet. And then we tried for a while to inject the B complexes and the branched chain amino acids. We tried to inject it right to the area. Well, that didn't work. And the problem is because of something called permeability, cellular permeability. And that's been the major issue, actually, with a lot of disease processes. Neuropathy is just one, but cellular permeability was the issue. So let me explain to you cellular permeability. So cells are designed to be spheres like this. So when a cell is healthy, it is permeable, so meaning like good nutrients can get in and all the toxins can come back out of the cell. But in cases of neuropathy and some other neurological disorders, what happens is these cells get attacked and they start to shrivel up. And no matter what you do, you can't get the good nutrients in, and when a cell doesn't get its good nutrients for long enough, it shrivels up and it dies. Too many of these cells die, and you start to have where you have openings on your rubber coating of your nerves. The myelin sheath is attacked and left exposed. Neuropathy is progressive. It does continue to get worse. but it can be reversed. By the way, really good distinction between cured and reversed. Reverse means you can dial it back, you can take it back to where it was, but cure means it can never come back. Now, here's the thing is, for instance, whatever is attacking these, if you don't get that under control, then this process becomes a lot harder. I'm going to talk about that here in just a moment. So what we're able to do with these cells, that instead of being nice, big, permeable cells where we can, that can function, we use something called electric cell stimulation. It's an electro wave frequency, very specific wave frequency that we attach to the area that's affected, the feet, the hands, it can be low back, there's a lot of different areas. And what happens is while you're on that frequency, the cell opens up. And while that's happening, we can actually sneak in the good nutrients. So we do an injection right to the area so that it's right there. And the cells are able to take that in. Now, as soon as we take you off the machine, what happens is the cells try to shrivel back up. But before we've done that, we've been able to trap a whole lot of good stuff into that cell. So then we put you on the machine again in a few days, and it opens up a little bit more, and a few days later it opens up a little more, and another few days, and then usually within about 6-10 treatments we start to get some good cells back. And here's what's really exciting is once these cells start coming back, they start replicating again. It's called mitosis. They start making new cells again, so they start taking over and they start rebuilding those patches that were missing. We usually start to see progress within a few, about 6 to 10 treatments. Most insurance companies, by the way, pretty exciting, most insurance companies are covering this therapy. Most insurance companies give us about 20 treatments to get the progress back. Now, along the way, in addition, we want to find out what caused this to happen in the first place, because then we're going to get better results. So, for instance, if somebody does have type 2 diabetes, we want to address the type 2 diabetes. Now, we have a registered dietitian on staff who is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal with type 2 diabetes, and helping people, using non-pharmaceutical methods, get their A1Cs down. Our goal is to get to 6.0 or less is absolutely ideal. The other things that we work on, if there's nerve impingement anywhere in this process, we have physical therapists and chiropractors and other technicians, massage therapists, who can also help with the getting that nerve impingement, getting to where the nerve signals are happening again. But no matter what, we want to get to the root cause, because then when the cells come back, it lasts. And we have people who they're going years now, and it's been working absolutely fantastic. One of the other questions I get, if this is working so well and you guys are getting such great results with it, why didn't my other doctors tell me about it? There's a couple reasons. One, this particular technology, it is very expensive. Now again, it's covered by insurance, but a lot of offices can't afford the technology. And so they just, haven't even paid attention to it. If they have heard of it, they just dismissed it. A lot of information with regards to technological advancements, it's slowed down a lot. Doctors have gotten really, really busy, especially in healthcare and especially post-COVID. We're seeing a lot of delays in progress. And here's the thing is, a lot of these physicians are so busy, they can't get to the conferences, they can't get to all of the different, they can't get to the centers where these types of advancements are being discussed. Because this particular technology, there aren't pharmaceutical reps knocking on their door trying to buy them lunch to talk to them about how to utilize this technology. So here's the thing is, most just haven't even heard about it. The reason we've heard about it is because we're part of a network of very innovative physicians who share information freely, and we just get really excited about finding the new things that work amazing. It's just kind of how, who we are. So this has been extremely exciting. And the last thing I'm going to tell you with regards to this particular technology, and maybe why some other physicians either haven't heard of it or haven't adopted it. Even our other very innovative offices, they don't get quite the results that we get here at Blue Umbrella because they're not integrated. What that means is they don't have the diversity of specialties on staff. That has made a huge difference in our outcomes and our results, because when somebody, for instance, just gets the electric cell stimulation therapy but they get nothing else, those people, they report a shorter percentage of improvement than those who get the entire integrated model where we address all the factors. It is really powerful when we address the nutrition component, very important when we address the physiological component with regards to impingement. Also very powerful, by the way, when we add in the physical therapy dynamics to rebuild balance, because a lot of people have lost balance. So I can see where a lot of offices, and I've heard several offices talk about how they got discouraged because they weren't getting quite the outcomes that some of the other facilities were getting, and it has a lot to do with integration. Having the team working together from all the different components, it makes a huge difference. So I can't tell you how exciting it is for me that we've been able to finally give hope to these people who are suffering with neuropathy and want so badly to get back to their life, to walking and hiking and being able to do things with their families and traveling again. And they just haven't been able to do that because they couldn't trust their feet. They couldn't trust their balance. They didn't have the stamina because of the sheer raw pain. And, every day I'm getting to hear the victory bell ringing of somebody else who has gotten amazing results. I know this almost seems too good to be true for, some people who have been told over and over again, there's nothing that can be done. I just encourage you, go on, check out our reviews. You're going to see review after review after review of how great this technology works. And you're going to see how much hope there is for you. So I'm Dr. Jay Hitson with Blue Umbrella Medical Center.